Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Okay, so would you like the good news first or would you like the bad news? All right, good choice. So the bad news is that I got into a little fender bender with the 959. The details are really not that important, but the good news now is that I have a new 959. But before I tell you about the new 959 and go more into it, as you'll see as the video progresses, I have a little backstory for you. So while insurance paid me for the outgoing 959 that I got into a little fender bender with, I was looking for a good deal. And I should have stuck to my instincts and not did this, but I looked out of state to purchase another 959. It seemed like a pretty good deal. And I realized that the reason why I'm getting such a good deal is because Washington State has pretty bad weather right now. And so I asked them multiple times, has the bike been tracked? They said no. Is the title clear? And does it have any liens in it? And they said no, the title is clear. So, and the company has been in business for about 20-30 years. The name of the company is called KFG Motorsports. They're based out of Washington State. So, company's clear, title's included in the box, and I also asked them, has the bike been tracked? They said no, the bike has not been tracked. And a couple of things here and there. So, when I got the bike, I noticed that the tires were pretty much cooked. And I noticed that the brakes were cooked, and I also noticed that the rotors were pretty much cooked. Now, typical rotors, yeah, they have lines going around it because the brakes have to grip onto the rotor. But in this situation, there were burn marks on the rotor itself because the brakes were pressed so hard, going really fast into the turns. So all these things made me pretty upset, and not only that, but the title was not included inside of the box. Seriously? So we have a bike that's been tracked, and we have a bike that currently has a lien on it from the previous owner. And when I found out about this, I said, get this bike out of here. This is a bank's bike. I can't register this. I can't insure it. I can't even do anything with it. It's a liability sitting here for me. Long story short, they came and picked up the bike, and the good people at GP Motorsports, which they're based out of San Diego, and they're pretty local to me, they helped me buy a brand new 959 Corse. And I got it at a really, really good deal. And it's a 2019 with only 1,000 and change miles. And I couldn't be happier with it. So here we go. And I introduce you now to my brand new 959. And here's the story of how that went. Enjoy. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. So, today I am going to GP Motorcycles to pick up my brand new 2019 Ducati 959 Corse. And I'm really, really excited. I'm waiting for the Uber driver to come pick me up right now.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Sick. They even cleaned it up. Let's go inside and sign and drive. Alright, so there she is. My brand new Ducati 959 Panigale Corsa.
So I just got back home right now, but I did ride around for a while. I think I rode probably about 15 miles, and man, it is beautiful. I parked it and at this coffee shop, and I had some coffee, and I was just looking at it. It's just so pretty with the 3-color scheme. However, I have mods that I bought during Black Friday, and I'm going to be installing them. So let's take a look at this because it's going to go right back to Jay's shop like my other one, and these mods are going to get installed. Okay, so first things first, we have the lever guards from KFG Motorsports. I got it for the brake, and I also have it for the clutch. It might be reversed, but whatever, you get the idea. And so the next thing I have is the new Rage Cycles fender eliminator in the back, because as you know, that fender in the back with the license plate is god awfully ugly. So this basically cleans everything up, makes the tail tidy, as what it's called. It's called a tail tidy for a reason. And this is gonna go on the bike next. Other than that, same crash protectors as my previous 959. Basically, you've seen it on my other videos if you've been keeping up. But these are the new orangey frame sliders. I got the black ones. Obviously, the white ones would look ridiculous. And the bike already has a front axle sliders, so I didn't get that. However, these are the rear axle sliders from RNG, and these are going to go on the bike. So after this is done, it's going to have front and rear axle sliders, and then this is going to be in the middle. I shouldn't have to say what these sliders are used for, but in case it crashes or in case it drops or falls or whatever, that's supposed to protect the bike. And last but not least, I have some carbon pieces. Yes, carbon. Let me put the phone down. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. Check this out. I can do two things at once. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, so carbon. Woohoo! So this is going to be for the shock guard, and then these are for the foot pegs. One for each side. Carbon foot pegs. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? And it's shiny. So I wonder what that's going to look like with the matte finish of the bike. Let's put it in the light so you can see it better. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Man, that is pretty. So that's basically it. These are going to go... What's up, Rambo? What's up, Rambo? What are you crying about? She's wondering what the hell's going on. Why am I talking to myself? Sorry, buddy. This will be over soon, okay? Say hello. Say hello to YouTube viewers. This is my dog, Rambo. He's 2.5 years old. You might see him in videos more often. He's a very, very curious dog. But anyways, this is all I have for now. And that about wraps it up. These are going to go to Jay's Speed Shop tomorrow. And I'm pretty excited. All right? Over and out.
All right, ladies and gents. It is time to go to Jay's Speed Shop to install the mods. And here's the cold start of the brand new 2019 Ducati 959 Corse. Oh yeah. You know what? The camera, the sound coming through your screen doesn't do it justice. You just gotta be here to hear it for yourself. Josh?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you? You got the goodies yesterday, and now you got more goodies.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Thank you. I'm sure you've seen these plenty of times.
I like this color scheme a little bit better.
It grew. You know, it took a while to grow on me because I like the original Ducati red. And so this 3-color scheme, it took a while to grow on me, but now I love it. So now I am in my 959. I finally got it back from Jay's Speed Shop, and all the mods are installed. So we're going to fire up and go for a little ride. I'm super excited to finally get my 959 back. And she's a little thirsty. She needs a little bit of gas. So So let's go fill her up real quick. I don't know what it is, but the bike goes through a lot of gas. When I got the bike at first, it had 1,050 miles, I believe. And so I've put about 100 miles on it, but in between that time, I think I filled up like at least twice. One time, I think I filled it up, it was about 1 gallon, and then the second time I filled it up, it was about 2 gallons. And it's not like I was going fast or anything like that, so I don't know, maybe it's the winter time and the temperatures are dropped. Right now it's about 65, a little bit under 70 degrees, so when the temperatures cool down, maybe it drinks more gas. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if this is a winter thing, or by the way, I'm saying winter, like, yeah, like it's East Coast winter. I'm in freaking California with palm trees and shit. What the hell am I talking about? For the most part, the bike feels the same as my previous 959, except this bike has Öhlins suspension in the rear, it has Öhlins suspension in the front, and it also has Öhlins suspension on the handlebars, as you can see. So the ride is a little bit rough. I was told that the ride is going to be a little bit smoother, but I think that comes down to adjusting the suspension. And I had planned on doing that on my previous bike, but I think this bike definitely needs it. Obviously it's a track bike, so if I keep it as is, it'll probably outperform the other one on the track, but I wouldn't even know because I didn't even track that one. Didn't get a chance to. So let's talk about a little bit about the mods that I did to the bike. So as you can see, I put carbon fiber pieces here by the shock guard. I put carbon fiber pieces by the foot peg, and I put another carbon fiber piece on the other side of the foot peg. And of course we have the RNG frame sliders right in the middle, and then we have the RNG frame sliders in the back. And in the front, I have frame sliders that already came with the bike, so I didn't install that, and it was already there. And these are the D-access right and left lever guards. And a lot of people ask what these are good for. They're primarily for racing situations. Whenever you're racing and if you come in really close contact with someone else, Marc Marquez style, they're not going to be able to interfere with your brake lever or your clutch lever. And of course, if you fall, this protects your gear and clutch lever as well. Those are the main reasons why people have them. As for me, I don't know if I'm going to be using them in a practical situation, but I just like the way they look, so that's why I bought them. It's more of an aesthetic thing than anything else for me. And last but not least, we have the new Race Cycles rear fender eliminator. Now the rear fender eliminator was attached right here, but I had to modify the bracket to make it fit on the holes over here. But now they look really good, and I like the whole stance and the way it looks. And pretty much this is the bike, and I just love the way it looks. It looks amazing, and everything happens for a reason, and whatever, it is what it is. But now I'm happy with this bike, so that about wraps it up. Now, just want to let you know that I will do a complete review of this bike coming up very soon. And just like I did with my review of the outgoing 959, it's going to be a similar review, except this review is going to be a bit better because now I have some experience with YouTube, and I'll make it really nice for you guys and very informative. And by that time, I'll have at least another 100 or 150 miles on the odometer, so I'll give you my accurate review of what I think of this bike. On one more thing I forgot to mention, I did add this tank protector as well.